In problem 41, we're given this quadratic. We can factor this. This is the difference of two squares. Don't forget to equal 0. We know we get conjugate, so we'll get t and t, a 1 and a 1. One's positive, one's negative. From this, we'll get our solutions, negative 1 and positive 1. Now in problem 43, again, we've got the difference of two squares, so we can factor this as, there's our two sets of parentheses, equals 0. How about 9r, 5 and 5 will make 1 plus, 1 minus, and we can read off the solution as change the sign of the constant, divide by the coefficient, right? Change the sign, divide, change the sign, and divide. So we'll get 5 over 9. There's our solution here. In 45, we're almost there. We've got a quadratic, but we don't have everything on one side. So our method so far is to get all the terms on one side and then factor. So let's subtract this 1. So we'll subtract the 1. We'll get c squared minus 1 equals 0. And we'll factor this one. It's the difference of two squares again, equals 0. How about c and c? 1 and 1. One's plus, one's minus. We'll get c equals negative 1 and positive 1. In this problem here, 49, we're given a quadratic. Let's get everything on one side and 0 on the other, and then we'll factor it. So we're going to subtract this 2t to get everything on the left side. So we'll get t squared minus 2t equals 0. And now we notice that we have a t common to both of these terms. So let's factor out that t. That'll leave us with a t minus 2 equals 0. And now we have two factors giving us 0. So this factor here and this factor here. What's going to make this one 0? Okay, this one's so easy it's hard sometimes, but it's 0, right? 0 will make this 0. And what's going to make this 0 is a 2. So there's our two solutions to this equation. Now here in number 51, let's take this quadratic, but let's write it so that all the terms are on the left side. So when I write this, I'm going to get, let's actually write it. We'll get 3s squared minus 8s, right, subtracting the 8s equals 0. And now you can see that there is an s common to both of these terms, so we're going to factor that out. So if we factor out the s, we're left with 3s minus 8 equaling 0. And now we've got two factors, this one and this one being 0. What's going to make each 0? This factor here will become 0, so we'll get s equals 0, and that 0, remember, comes from this one. And this one over here, change the sign of the constant, divide by the coefficient, so we will get 8 over 3. There's our two solutions.